These observational association studies, like how do they even know what people are eating? Like I can't even remember, Dr. Nagra, what I ate yesterday. So let alone filling out some questionnaire and telling you with any form of accuracy what I ate over a week or over a month.
I think the way that you just described it kind of points out the common misunderstanding with what they're actually tracking or attempting to track here. They don't care necessarily what exactly your meals were a few days ago or a week ago or a month ago. They want to know that on average, do you consume certain foods regularly or infrequently? For example, they wouldn't ask, did you have blueberries, or no, what did you have for breakfast? Oatmeal? Did you have blueberries in that oatmeal last week? No, they aren't wanting that level of specificity, but they might say, okay, for fruits as a whole, and berries may be a subsection, do you consume it once a week? Do you consume it pretty much once a day? Is it somewhere in between 3 to 4 times a week? And I would suggest that most people could probably estimate decently where they sit in that. For example, if we're looking at butter or olive oil, I would bet that most people know what they typically cook with, because that's the primary use for a lot of these, is preparing foods or spreading on toast or something. And so I know if I have butter in my fridge or if I have, olive oil on the shelf. So that would be a pretty easy one to assess, I would guess, for most people. Now, they also go further and validate these, and that's really important. So they will, prior to using these questionnaires in the study, they will actually take a smaller group. They will have them fill out these questionnaires, and then at different points, maybe 3 different times throughout several months, they'll actually have them measure out their food and see how well does tracking very specifically what they eat line up with what they reported initially on this questionnaire. And more recently, there are studies that actually measure biomarkers in the blood. So there are certain biomarkers or certain chemicals in foods. These might be certain polyphenols in berries or other foods. They might be certain types of fatty acids and things like vegetable oils. And they can track, if they report consuming a lot of this food, do they actually have higher levels of those compounds in their blood as well? And that's a good objective way to measure that. So there's a lot of different ways that they're validated. And for butter and these oils in this study, they report pretty good validity.